Hello, happy Wednesday. Okay, so I am excited to just do a quick demo. Usually these are about 5 to 10 minutes long, so I'll make it kind of quick. It's been a while since we've done our Wednesday demo days. Lots of fun happening over in the Craft-In, but if you're new, let me introduce myself. I am Susan Budge. I am a co-founder and CEO here at Kiwi Lane. And every second and fourth Wednesday, I try to jump on around 2 o'clock. Running a little bit late today, but better late than never, to do a quick demo. So today I wanted to just kind of showcase for newbies, because I know a lot of you guys are new here at Kiwi Lane. Welcome. I'm excited to have you, and of course excited for you to continue to be inspired as a community and with your creative partners right by your side. So today I want to kind of show the sampler set that we have in the shop, and I'm just going to play with that. Show you some more options. There are lots of options just utilizing this variety basically of designer templates that come in a sampler set. So if you've been thinking about maybe trying the Play to Create system, or if you've been a long time scrapbooker and have a lot of paper stash and quite not sure yet about it, the sampler set is a way to give it a try. You definitely can't knock it until you try it, because it personally changed my scrapbooking experience, and that's kind of how it started for even myself. That's how it started. All right, so in this set, it comes with all of the following. Okay, now even if you've not a seasoned scrapbooker or been around the block per se in being a scrapbooker, you're new, or you're thinking about it, or you're thinking, you know what, I really need another hobby to kind of distract me, or to creative expression, have something to do with your photos. Girl, let's help you out. And this is also great for newbies in that sense too. Okay, so the whole process of the Play to Create system is we first design, trace, cut, ink, replace. Simple. That's it. Okay, and so to start off with, I'm going to show you the borders. So our borders have a side A and a side B like this. We also have a category that we call fun borders. They're a little bit different in their design. As you can see, they don't have a straight edge, and I'm going to show you how I play and create with those. And then we have a variety of different accessories, and then we also have some tinies in there, and you can tell if they're tiny. Well, one in the shop, it's tiny accessories, but also T for tiny. It's always great for layering. So let me go ahead and start creating a little bit with these, and we might throw a couple more in just to kind of mix it up, but just show you the versatility of allowing yourself a tool to just kind of play with, okay? And then of course I could talk about paper as well. All right, so starting off with, since I am only using the sampler set, basically what we recommend if you're doing a 2-page layout is that you put one on this side of your layout, and you're gonna put the matching one over on the other side. Okay, really quickly, there's a lot of beauty to the borders. One, we wanted a design that allowed you to create 2-page layouts, really beautiful 2-page layouts. There's a lot of awesome ideas out there for one page, but to have a beautiful 2-page that you can incorporate as many pictures as you want. And so these borders are designed to let you create a 2-page layout. You can either do top bottom if you were doing like a 1-page, or just do one, but I'm gonna focus on a 2-page layout, all right? So we're gonna do that, and I'll show you how we trace those out here in a minute. Now you can keep it really simple, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some photos in just for the sake of showing you if, again, you're new and you're just getting started. A lot of people will have a lot of fun with the photos, and especially if you have stashes. Not only stashes of paper, may I add, but stashes of embellishments or stickers. A lot of times having this foundational spot gives you a place to add a little tag or a sentiment or a title, something like that. Allows you to have a place where you can add little accents or prima flowers or something like that. I'm going to use the designer templates for a visual. So you can keep it really simple and very clean. Now if we want to kind of play a little bit more, or we're working on a different project completely, let me show you again. This is where these fun borders come in. So simply just adding another layer with the fun borders is going to give you a little bit more character to your page. So you can see that instantly happening by just adding that extra element design to your overall creation, okay? I mean, there is no ends to these. You could do something really fun like this. Now remind you, we are going to trace and cut these out of your stashes of paper. Utilize that pattern paper. Allow those patterns to really complement each other. All of that fun stuff. So these will be different patterns and colors. All right. So lots of fun ways. We can even do these completely away from each other. So it just depends on what you're creating. Now I was going to do these across. So I want to show you that here. So see how those kind of line up right there? And you can do a cross design. And then of course, we have our handy dandy little photos. So you could do something really quick if you needed to. I love tucking my photos into my borders. I feel like it brings a really fun focal point. But you would of course play with those until you came up with a design. So just kind of give you that overall arching visual before we move on to showing you some more fun stuff. It's super fun. I always tell everyone, just give yourself permission to play right here. Instead of staring at an empty page, right? Gosh, I can't tell you guys how many years as a scrapbooker, I would just beat myself up. I'd agonize. I would just be like, wow, why can't I create anything? Or why is it, I don't know how to get started. That's creativity for you guys. Like, we all have a process we have to go through, but the moment that we can have a tactile thing to play with, it actually engages our creative side of our brain. So just give yourself permission to play for a minute, okay? All right. Now that I introduced you to the borders and the fun borders, which we have tons of variety for ones to choose from. Again, I'm just showcasing the mixture that comes in this sampler set, which by the way, $10. We made this a super great introductory price for anybody that's looking to use a little of their paper stash, especially during this quarantine time. What a great way to start utilizing some of that stuff that you have. All right, so now as far as embellishments go, let me tell you what I love about our accessories. One, they help you kind of play around and visualize it because you haven't traced anything, you haven't made any, you're just playing. But you can use these over and over again. And the mixtures of combinations you can come up with is really endless. So just have fun. Actually, probably what I would do, I'm going to throw in a strip here. So how cute would that be? Again, each one of these, this could be a solid cardstock with a cute pattern. And then you can have a little title here, like a foundational title, something that's not floating, gives your page structure, a focus, and overall cohesive feel, which really is going to enhance your memories and your pictures as you use your creative expression to reflect on those memories that you're documenting, okay? So lots of fun ways. I mean, we could even keep, I love double tags. I just think it's so much fun. It's a cute way to do an extra little design element that adds that texture dimension, but not too themey either, okay? So let me throw this over here. Look how fun this could be. You're creating your own little embellishments. Wouldn't that be just so much fun? Do some googly eyes, a little leaf, which also comes in this kit. So you get this little leaf, which is cute to be on top of the tree, but it's also, that little leaf is what we use for the arms of the autumn. So again, all of this comes in this little sampler set. Super great. And, oh, I think I mentioned it, but I'm gonna mention it anyways. Up in this post is a link to a landing page that shows you pictures, usually using this sampler set, and even more demos of design options. Probably different than the ones that I'm planning to create right now. So yes, lots of fun different ways. Okay, so again, if you haven't had a chance to check out our photos, such time savers. The amount of time I've saved utilizing these photos, because they're like dealing cards out. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of playing a game here. But the amount of time I've saved with them has definitely paid off overall. So I feel like a lot of times, and I don't know, again, how many of you guys are new, probably been scrapbooking for a while. Again, if not, and you're just getting into it and a little overwhelmed, I promise, I wish I would have started this way. Because really you just need a couple simple things. Ink, pencil, scissors, some paper, designer templates, and you can start creating beautiful layouts for your memories. But if you are been a scrapbooker for a while, I'll be honest, it took me a minute to retrain, I guess I could say, my mind, because I think that before the photo sets and like allowing myself to kind of use the photo sets, I would just place all these 4x6 pictures on the page and then hope it would like somehow come together, and then I would cut into my picture and I was like, dang it, and I would cut somebody's head off, and then I'm like, dang it, I'd have to reprint it or just kind of work with it, which some mistakes in creating is definitely a creative mistake, and flow with it. That's what's beautiful about creativity. It's problem solving, creative problem solving as well. But I can't tell you how nice it is to not worry about those things. So not only do I design with the photo sets, but I also use them as a cropping tool. So here's a picture of my dad. Everyone say hi to Steven. Anyways, I just place the photos over, and then you can adjust, right? So like if I wanted to incorporate maybe more of this train track that's behind him, which is, you know, a very focal point architectural, I chose a reason to stick him in front of there to take a picture, then yeah, you can make a mark. And then I would just use my paper trimmer personally is what I use. So I make a mark and then I trim my picture down. I know exactly what I'm gonna get. I don't have to do the guessing game. The guessing game of a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the top. Been there, done that. I know that, how that works. So lots of fun different ways, again, to kind of structure, design, and then we keep it simple. So instead of staring at a page for 20 minutes, I was able to come up with a design, feel confident in it, so that I can continue with the creative process. And so let me show you really quickly. So for example, remember at the beginning how I was sharing that these are designed with a side A and a side B? Okay, I'm gonna just use this. I had this scrap of paper from my last project. All you're gonna do is pick the pattern of paper that you want, right? And you're gonna line it up on the edge. You take a pencil and you're gonna trace. You take your other one, just make a mark right there, okay? Then at that point, use your paper trimmer. Oh, this is the other thing. If you're a newbie, you need a paper trimmer, okay? Other than that, don't get too caught up in all the shiny stuff. Oh, so much shiny stuff that I've utilized over the years and just not as productive personally. So then after you do a straight cut, you're just going to cut this one up the middle. Simple, effective, versatile, and cute. That's our love language here at Kiwi Lane. And like I said, it's been my personal experience with the process, being able to actually enjoy the scrapbooking, you know, design part of it again, and to really feel like I can accomplish a layout within a certain time that I feel at the end fulfilled, you know, satisfied with. And that does not overwhelm my pictures. All right, so one cut up the middle gives you two pieces, right? So that's why it's nice for a side A, a side B, because then you get that balance of your patterns and you're getting your cut both sides out at the same time. Then after we design, trace, cut, we recommend inking. You can use any kind of ink. This is the one that I recommend just because out of test and trial, it seems this vintage photo. Still recommend it to this day. Tim Holtz Distressed Ink, vintage photo. It works with pastels, lights, darks, all of the colors. Again, just in the sense of trying to simplify it, this is the one we recommend. If you have inks or anything at home, by all means, go ahead and use those. But why do we ink? Well, if you have any pencil lines, I hardly know. I really never, maybe like 2% of the time, there are moments where I need to erase some pencil lines. And I go pretty off on the accessories as well. And when I go off, I just go a little deeper on my ink pad. So you see how I'm on the top versus the side. So one, it hides the pencil mark. Okay. It also gives everything a nice finished look. So let me show you that here. See in comparison. Now this is again opinion here, but you can see the pencil on that one that I haven't traced. And I'll show you that inked here in a minute. But it just gives everything a nice look, but especially when you are dealing with a lot of patterns. So you have a little pattern here, you have a little pattern here. See how that helps contrast that as well. So inking is just a fun little trick to help accomplish that. So see that ink pencil? Just hides it nicely. It's really great. And then once you have all your layers, it really works nice too. Okay, so that is the Play to Create system. We design, trace, cut, ink, replace. You can play your way. So however you want to play your way to creativity, play with the designs. And then of course, if you use double-sided paper, so such an efficient use of your paper. Now granted, this wasn't a whole 12 by 12 sheet when I started, but if you are using double-sided paper, for example, I could cut my owl out of this. I could take my fun border and I could cut that out of this. So very efficient use of your paper as well, if it was an actual 12 by 12 here. So the fun borders are a little bit different. You're gonna have to, just depending on what fun border you have. They don't work with the one cut up the middle. Some of them require you trace it this side, middle, right? Because they do match together. And this side, so you would cut it or trace it 3 times and cut it 3 times on this one, but we have large brackets, different things like that as well. All right. So hopefully this demo has been helpful, good refresher. If maybe you have been using Kiwi Lane product and haven't been cutting the borders out together, hopefully that saves you a little bit of time, because that's how we would design them, is so that you can minimize the tracing and the cutting on those as well. Okay. Now we also, on top of the sampler set, again, check out the link. Oh, it looks like Jen might be in the comments commenting the link too. Again, lots more ideas. So if you've already purchased this, the code is down here. So there's the link. On your smartphone, you can use your camera, scan it, or just type in the link. Lots of ideas there just for free. Anybody, you can utilize them. Check them out, okay? But also this month, for our featured sets, we have rings and Tiny Charmed on sale for 15% off. So check those out, and I just wanted to show you. Now if I throw in just the featured sets in the mix with my sampler set, let me get back to my design approach here. Right? So if I had my borders, let me show you just how you, by throwing in another little element, as far as an accessory goes. So even if it's the same borders, look how fun this can be if we threw in some rings, right? And then we can also add, actually I would layer this on top. Again, just fun little, your own creation of accessories. So again, using your scraps of paper. So great for the scraps of paper. But look how that kind of changes. You know what I love about rings too? Is that you can intertwine them. So you can, I have hair, there we go. Intertwine those and have a really fun feel. Even if all we did was intertwine a couple of those rings. I don't know, I'm just playing here. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I had an idea. And then what if you had a photo inside of the ring, right? And we had a couple photos over here. And I'd probably even, maybe instead of doing a ring, do that as a full circle, which is also really fun about rings, is that you can do them as full circles. And then maybe just have a little piece of an accent. You really wouldn't need much other than that. And I could even slide this down, kind of feel in that space. Okay, that could be really fun. Someone's gonna have to create that. Someone's gonna have to create that. So just a fun mixture when you add in those little elements. And that's kind of what Tiny Accent is, or not Tiny Accent, Tiny Charmed. This one is designed specifically for cards. By the way, our Tinies are perfect for card makers. Okay. Also, that little layer, so on your layouts, pocket creative, adding that creative touch to any of your pocket scrapbooking. So if you're a pocket scrapbooker and want to kind of mix it up, then check out our Tinies, because you can add just little creative touches here and there. Again, using paper, using your paper stash on those. So let me just show you. See how like that extra little element, sometimes you don't need that bigger accessory, you just need a little bit of an accent. And so you can kind of do that. That could be cute too, all layered up right there. I love this piece. Tiny Charmed 7. I use it so much. I just love how it fits right along a side of a 4x6 picture, 4x5, whatever you want to, you know, use that for. I'm looking to see if I had my layout really quickly, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know what I did with it. It was in the Kiwi Club idea book for this month for April. I actually traced this out of my photo, right? So it was part of my photo. So let me do that really quickly. I'm okay doing that to this picture. So I just traced it on my photo. And you can use a white pen if that's hard for you to see. And then I just cut it out. So you can add little designs to the edges of your photos. So you'll have to check out the Kiwi Club PDF and pay attention to that, because that's what I did. And then I had other pieces in paper kind of flowing along with the photo. That was really fun. So that's Tiny Charmed. Tiny Charms and rings are 15% off for the month of April. And then, of course, check out the sampler set. If you're just wanting to get started, been looking at Kiwi Lane, but thinking, well, I'll just say it. If you've been thinking, oh, it's old school, oh, I feel ya, but it's been more productive than it has ever been in the years before. And so I was really relieved personally when it changed my own scrapbooking. And then I really enjoyed sharing it with other scrapbookers and letting them kind of experience that same feelings that I had for themselves. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll check in soon. Actually, we'll have more crafting events this coming weekend, and just like normal, we have our 2nd and 4th live crop. So as far as picking out papers, some of you guys were asking, I would recommend joining those. And those are every 2nd and 4th Friday. We go from the complete process all the way down to picking out the paper to cutting out the paper and seeing the final layout. And that's over in our Play to Create with Kiwi Lane group here on Facebook. All right, guys, enjoy. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.